Yes. بده يضل عنا 25 minutes لغسان. اوكي.
1 طفيت.
خان بعدين بريك. موضوع بلوك نوت هالمرة فيلم قصير 15 دقيقة، إنما موضوعه كتير مهم، كتير إنساني، لليلى خان من أصل أو باكستانية عايشة ببريطانيا، واليوم جاية على لبنان للسكرينينج لهالفيلم تتعرف اللبنانية على هالفيلم وعلى الفكرة يلي هي بدها توصلها من وراء هالفيلم. How are you today, Layla?
I'm doing very well. Many thanks for having me here this morning.
You're welcome. Welcome to Lebanon.
Many thanks.
Why did you decide to come here?
Well, I decided to come here because of my film, Before I Was Me, which basically deals with a transgender woman. It's about a transsexual, and I just felt that because it deals with a sexual theme, it was very, very important for me to bring it to this region so that I could maybe help sort of work towards breaking the taboo that very much exists here in the region. I know that there isn't much acceptance with regards to whether it's, you know, with regards to sexual orientation, whether it's to do with transsexuality, homosexuality. There is still, I mean, we're in the 21st century, but there isn't still a lot of acceptance. It's still, we're still trying to come to terms with it in this region. So I think that the film itself, you know, I've brought it here to promote an agenda for change and to encourage a change of perspective and maybe help, you know, sort of get people thinking about it.
What do you really want to say?
What do I really want to say with the film? What I would like to say with the film is that, I mean, the simple message that I want to drive home with the film is to say that one should try to understand what makes a person what they are before we judge them. I think that
in this case or in any other case?
Well, in general
this
terms, yeah. I mean, with this particular film also, but I think it can be applied to anything. I think as human beings, I think we're very, very quick to judge about anything, and because there's a lot of prejudice and ignorance about things in the world, especially to do with sort of sexual issues, I just think that my film is perfect, you know, in that way, in effort to promote that agenda for change.
ليلى خان باكستانية من الأم والأب، عايشة ببريطانيا. رح نشوف بعد شوي كيف وصلت تتبلش تعمل أفلام، ولكن أول فيلم فكرت إنه تعمله موضوعه لما بيكون الإنسان عايش بجسد مش لإله. يعني بنشوف كثير او بنسمع كثير عن اشخاص بحسوا حالهم انثى ولكن هن بجسم ذكر او العكس صحيح. هون حبت ليلى انه مثل ما بتقول، انا عم شوف اذا هيدا هو الموضوع يلي بس بدها توصله او بدها توصله من خلاله شيء ثاني. بتقول ليلى انه الهدف انه نقدر نتقبل الاخر مثل ما هو، حتى لو كان بمواضيع ممكن تكون تابو او ممكن تكون بتشكل صدمه لنا، بيبقى هالانسان انسان نحن المفروض نتقبله مثل ما هو بدون ما يكون عندنا احكام مسبقه. ليلى, how did you start?
How did I start? Well, I mean, I believe that I was kind of born with the interest. I always knew from a very young age that I wanted to become a director. I have a real love, a real passion for filmmaking. But as I started, when I started, I sort of went to King's College. I did filmmaking there. I studied filmmaking. And then I got offered an internship with Warner Bros, where I worked as a production assistant on Harry Potter and The Prisoner of Azkaban. So I got my experience from there. And then I sort of took some time out. I traveled a bit. I traveled to India to explore Indian cinema because I've grown up watching Bollywood movies, Indian movies. And that is actually one of my sort of aspirations. My ultimate goal is to actually become a Bollywood director, is to move to India and work in the Indian film fraternity. That is my ultimate goal, and obviously apart from that, winning lots of awards.
Did you study filmmaking?
Yes, I studied filmmaking. Coming back to your question, I studied filmmaking at King's College University, and then after that I got an internship, like I mentioned, that with Warner Bros, and that was actually that was where I got most of my experience. After coming back from India, I then sort of worked on a subject with regards to Before I Was Me. I've been working on it for some time. I worked on it for a whole year, and then things just, the rest is history.
Yeah. فإذا ليلى من صغرها بتحس إنه الفيلمينج أو الإخراج بياخدها. مع الوقت أكيد فاتت على الجامعة وبلشت بهالاختصاص، ولكن صار لها فرصة إنه تشتغل بأفلام هاري بوتر كبروديوسر. هالشيء أكيد خليها تفوت على هالعالم. واليوم شورت فيلم قصير 15 دقيقة بعنوان Before I Was Me. رح نشوف أكثر مع ليلى ليش عنوان هالفيلم، بس أكثر أنا بدي أعرف ليش وجودها بلبنان. Screening this film in Lebanon, the screening, how was it? How did the one who saw it appreciate it?
Yes, of course. I mean, it was
screened in Zico House.
It was screened in Zico House, yeah. I mean, it was quite a big turnout. I did get a positive response. But you see, the thing is, for something like this, it's an experimental movie. It's an experimental movie, so you really don't know what works and what doesn't until you get out there and make it. So the film was, I mean, it got a positive response, but it was kind of met with a mixed response. Some liked it, some didn't. Some felt that perhaps the film was incomplete. They wanted perhaps to see more, because the whole sort of phase of a transgender individual, going through the whole thing of changing themselves, that is quite a big process. It's quite a long process. But just for your viewers out there, just to sort of let them know, just to enlighten them, that transsexuals, transsexuality, and transvesticism, it's completely different. With transsexuals, it's more of a mind cycle. It's where the person feels that his or her true identity is of the opposite sex, and therefore they feel imprisoned within their own body. They feel that obviously they're in the wrong body, whereas with transvestites, they actually just dress up for entertainment. So it's very, very different. It's completely different. People often have this misconception that it's the same thing.
We can see this in the film?
Yes, you can see this in the film, yeah.
إذن كمان هالقد مهتمة بموضوع التحول الجنسي، إذا فينا نقول. عم تجرب تفسر لنا بقلب الفيلم إنه إذا كان ترافيستي أو يعني بيحب يلبس الشاب مثلا تياب نساء بس هيك تيتسلى، ما بيعني إنه هو محبوس بجسد مش لإله. في هون نيانس أكيد، وأنا كنت عم شوف اللي شاهدوا هالفيلم شو كان رأيهم. بتقول ليلى في أشخاص حسوا إنه ما اكتفوا من الفيلم، في أشخاص يمكن كانوا مصدومين، بس في أشخاص كمان حبوا الفكرة من وراه، واللي هي بالنهاية إنه نتقبل الآخر مثل ما هو. It's only a beginning, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the beginning. I mean, this is just my first film, but it's amazing because it's a subject that I thought of and I put it into practice, and it's just taking me places. Just before coming here, I had a screening in Jordan. And then before that, it travelled to Cannes. So the Cannes Film Festival, I took my film there, and I had a private screening there. And it's been great.
How was the response?
Again, it was met with a mixed response. I mean, some liked it, some didn't. I mean, my film itself, it's a very niche product. It only caters to a small sector of film goers. Not everyone would like the film. It's not appealing to a mass audience, so to speak. And it's a film that requires you to exercise your brain. So when you're in the theatre, when you're in the auditorium watching the film, you need to keep your brain on. It's not that sort of film where you have to switch your brain off and then just sit there and absorb what you're seeing on screen. So you really do have to have a brain when you walk in, and probably watch it more than once to actually fully comprehend what the film is about.
فإذا ليلى وصلت فيلم مع أكثر من مطرح، انعرض بكان، انعرض بعمان، واليوم عم ينعرض أو انعرض امبارح ببيروت. هدفها تشوف شو معقولة تكون ردات الفعل، وتشوف هي شغلة كيف عم ينشاف بأكثر من مطرح. And we said this is a beginning. What are you planning now?
I have lots to achieve, lots to do. I have another subject. I mean, obviously, I want to continue making movies, not just one and just sort of sit back. But I'm working on. I have a few concepts. I'm working on them. No, it's not going to be as bold as Before I Was Me, but it might deal with another sort of mental health issue. Therefore, the name of my production company, which is Brainworks Picture Company. So it's anything to do with basically the psyche, the human mind, which I find quite interesting. And that's kind of how I came to know of this subject. I was just reading on psychology one day, and I sort of came across this mental disorder known as gender identity disorder, which is commonly sort of identified with transsexuals. So yeah, it could be, I mean, the other subject might sort of deal with another mental health issue, but I won't be writing the next. In all probability, I will be having a writer from India, from Bollywood, who would obviously work with me to work on this. But I would love to do something in this region, sort of, being here. I would like to tell your viewers that I would love to do something here. I mean, if there's anyone that might be interested in collaborating with me, doing a co-production, I would love to direct an Arabic movie,
Okay. ليلى خان، فإذا مشاريع المستقبلية بالنهاية كلها بتتمحور حول الذات الإنسانية. طبعا دايما الأفلام وكل شيء بنعمله بيتمحور حول الذات الإنسانية، ولكن في مواضيع بتكون أصعب من الثانية وبتكون تابو أكثر من الثانية. التابو بيستهويها لليلى وبتلاقيه إنه بهم الناس وضروري إنه ينحكى عنه. Thank you for being with us. You are most welcome in Lebanon and wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you ليلى. هلا